All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It's still Rapid Done right here on Rapid TV, and my name is Martha Alu.
And my name is Victor. Okay, welcome to the 9 o'clock hour, and of course, it is that time that we get to have interesting conversation and setting the mood right for the weekend to begin. And of course, thank you, Victor Ijoma, for the sports update.
Thank you for the sports updates. I'm excited as always. It's Friday. You guys already know that. That's pretty much a culture around here. And on Fridays, what we typically do is ease you into the mood for the weekend.
Of course.
Even though some of us got into the weekend from Thursday, you know. But on Fridays, we try to make it a bit lighter, where we play lots of songs, we hang out with creatives, and we just walk through their creative process with them. And today we go again. We have a guest who is already on standby, who will be having the conversation with today. But in general, how's your week?
It's been a beautiful week. You know, recall from the last weekend up until this week, it's been a back-to-back and a beautiful week. And I'm looking forward to another exciting weekend, actually. Yeah.
What's your rate? 10?
Always a 10.
If you were to realistically, I'm not joking, realistically, rate your week, what would it be?
I'll give it a 10, you know. I'll still give it a 10. And I've given you the reason why I always give my week a 10. So I'm very intentional about how I apply activities and happenings, you know, that, you know, goes around my life, you know, on a daily basis. So I kind of shuffle and I filter. You know, I do understand that there are certain times that a few things will hit you here and there, and they might want to demoralize you or, you know, take away the joy from the week. But I focus on the things that are actually more important to me than the things that actually bothers us. And for me, that's how I win my week on every week. That's how I win it.
I go through my week. I go by my week trying to catch up with so many things, and I'm like, who even gave you these things to do? You gave it to yourself.
Exactly.
And why are you not trying to catch up at the end of the day?
You know.
But anyways, it's not going to be 10. 10 is not realistic for me. You know, Victor is saying this in belief or however it is, but 10 is not realistic for me. I'd say that I give this week like maybe a solid 7, and that's because I spend the whole week feeling, you know, a bit lagged and something of that sort. But yes, and then the weather was hot, unbearably hot. Abuja is getting into the season where it is extremely hot yet again.
Truly.
You know, you wash your clothes, you dry it outside in less than how many minutes it's dried already, and you know you can't even look up, you can't look far. Sunshades. I need recommendations.
Face caps,
sunshades. You know? Get the shades out and all of that. But yes,
and to think that my friend actually warned me. You know, he tried to prepare me, you know, for this season before I got into the city of Abuja. He told me, Victor, once you're coming here, make sure you get down to the market, get yourself some good sunshades, get yourself a few face caps. And what did I do? I came in here with that. I know you are what. I'm feeling the heat, you know.
But anyways, get your kids out, your sunscreens. To be honest, you need to have that. You know, your sunscreen, your sunshades, you know, your face caps, your anything basically that's going to make you a bit comfortable throughout this hot weather. But yes, let's get into the business of today. We already have our guest on standby, and we'll be bringing him right here and right now. Hello, good morning to you. Hi, good morning.
Hi, Roman.
Hello, Roman. Can you hear us? All right, Roman. We have yes. Good morning to you. We have Roman Binyebo, and he is a passionate Nigerian filmmaker and a writer and a creative as well. And he works across several aspects of film production, from script writing and directing to producing and acting. Basically, the full package. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm good. I got off the gym, so afterwards I'm headed home.
So
yeah, everything good. Thank God.
I hope you're not the one driving, though.
No, definitely not. I'm not driving.
We would have just said end it right now. Let's get on. All right, let's hear about your creative journey, because it's looking like you do everything around art, from acting to scripting to directing, which is a lot of work, and there's quite a disparity between all of this. You know, if you're acting and you are directing, you need to be skilled enough and have enough focus and concentration to do both of them. But how do you merge all of this together, and how did you even find yourself there?
Okay, personally, one step at a time.
Okay.
It all started in 2017. Of course, the regular, it's my dream from childhood, but
Yeah.
it started 2017 after tourism Nigeria in Lagos. Yeah, I came out as King of the South. From there, I started writing my scripts.
Okay.
After writing scripts, then I took it further. I said, let me produce my first project, which I did, a YouTube project. Yeah, I did. Then afterwards, I went into other people's project. So sometimes it's not just about mine. I mean, be an actor in someone else's project. And then the next thing, I may just be a crew member in another person's project.
Yeah.
So we just have people we work with, try to build our capacity when it comes to that. So for producing, I think I've produced like 3 or 4 projects. Not all are
We
out.
can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you
you.
All right. So I've produced like 3 or 4 projects. One is out, and others are still in the works. While I've acted in some as well. So
Okay.
some short films, some series. You understand? So, but that's how it's been so far. It's not been easy, especially as an
Okay.
indie filmmaker, because sometimes you have to use your own money, and sponsorship in Nigeria is very rare,
Mm.
especially in this part of the world, Port Harcourt. You understand? If it's in Lagos, I feel like it's much easier. But being a filmmaker in Port Harcourt, it's a
All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It's still Rapid Done right here on Rapid TV. And yes, of course, we keep up with the conversation here with Roman. And Roman is a passionate Nigerian filmmaker, writer, script writer, and an actor as well. I remember saying that he's the full package anyways.
He is.
But hi, Roman, are you still here with us?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry for
All
that,
right,
breaking
it's so good to have you
I
back
think it
with
was
us.
network.
Yes, it was. All right, let's go on. You were answering a question for us. Do we take that again?
Yes, okay, I remember. So basically, that's my journey so far. It's not really been easy. There was a time I went to Lagos to like test the waters and see what it's like in Lagos, and it's not easy. It's a lot of competition, and that I'm not scared of. But I'm a spiritual person, so sometimes I work with the spirit. When it's time to go and fully be in Lagos, definitely I will be in Lagos. But for now, I'm doing it one step at a time, like I am now in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
And of course, being the creative director of Trey Films, let's start off with the name Trey Films. How did you come about the name Trey Films? What inspired that name? How did you get to name your brand Trey Films?
Okay, Trey Films basically is just my name, the Roman Empire. So it's TRE, the Roman Empire. So it was just easy to do that because I had a lot to do. I'm thinking music and all of that, so I just felt like use a name that would cover all of those things. Again, so that was why I said Trey Film. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We see that you have a short film. It's at midnight. Let's go see the trailer of the film, and then when we get back, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Linda, find you.
In fact, you will school abroad. And as for your mom, she will treated abroad.
You do this for me.
Yes, of course.
Please tell us about At Midnight.
Okay, at midnight was a time of struggle. You know, there's this part of the Bible that I can't remember the passage, but at midnight depicts troubles, a time of pain. You
Hi, Rom.
And it was like, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
go
now.
on.
Yeah, so it was at a time where some of the crew members, some even had challenges. It was just timely. The project was timely. We were shooting it, and my mom had cancer, and that was when she left. And then they were like,
So
"Can you
sorry
still
about
shoot?
that.
And can you still shoot this project?" I say, "We have to. The show must go on. Let's get this going." So we took a break, and then we came back. We shot again. So that's basically what it was. It was about the story of a bank manager, a school girl, a university girl, and some Nigerian youths that were done with school. You get, so the basic Nigerian struggle where there is no money. While the one that have money, the challenge is okay, emotional challenges. My sex tape is like, whether that character was played by me,
Okay.
the sex tape was out, and you understand, he brought problem to his family. So where him and his wife had a fight, and it got really, really bad. And then the schoolgirl, she had her own struggles where her classmates were shaming her. You got pregnant by a guy. The guy, he left her, or he denied the pregnancy. Basically, I mean, they're teenagers, right? So what can they do about it? And then there's this schoolgirl, the regular Nigerian schoolgirl that has struggles. No money for her mother's hospital bills, so she had to go through that route where, okay, let me look for a guy that can sort these bills for me. And some of these guys, like we all know currently, are not into legitimate means of making money. You get, so
Okay.
which also, yeah, had a bad effect on her. So that's basically what the story was about. So different people and their stories coming together, having one outcome. So that's really what we did there with at midnight.
Yeah, beautiful story shared. Who are your biggest influences in the movie industry, both Africa and globally? Where do you draw your inspiration from?
Um, First of all, I'll start with Tyler Perry. On a global scale, I'll start with Tyler Perry. But besides Tyler Perry, I'm inspired by what's her name? Kemi Adetiba. The one that owns what's his name? Oh, I'm not so good with names. But basically,
Which
our
one?
big filmmakers in Lagos,
Hmm.
Okay.
they've inspired me.
Yeah.
But even the actors, Ramsey Noah, Genevieve, Omotala. Omotala used to be my crush, by the way. So, so these people inspired us, inspired me, and then down to Port Harcourt, there's Bobby Rack that inspires me
Okay.
as well. So when I see, and there is also these up and coming filmmakers, Neptune 3 Studios. There are three girls, and these girls
Oh
are
yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
great with YouTube content. So it's like you're seeing someone that is going through your journey, they're a bit ahead of you, so you can learn from them, and it really inspires you to do like them and even better when the time comes. So these are basically the people that inspire me a lot.
Yeah.
Even James Cameron in America inspires me as well.
Oh wow. Now, earlier you talked about some of the challenges that you face as a filmmaker, both here in Nigeria and of
Yeah.
course, and in the area that you reside, precisely. And looking at the future of filmmaking in Africa, how do you what do you see, for the future, talking about filmmaking in Africa?
For me, the future is bright, very bright, because gone are those days where you need to go through someone to have your project. Now, thank God for filmmaking in web series. You go to YouTube, there's Facebook, there's TikTok. So I don't have to go and meet one marketer, one producer in Lagos to do my stuff. Easily I can get it done online. And they have good audience, they are good films. Like this loving every word, or is it loving one word?
Yeah.
Money
No,
Oboli.
no,
She's
no.
doing great on YouTube. I mean, she's making numbers, and people are really patronizing these platforms. It makes it easier for us, especially Nigeria, where it's like things are very, very difficult for us. So for me, the future is bright for Nigerian filmmakers. We just need more support and sponsorship from government, because sometimes when this sponsorship comes, it's like you want to be aware of it until it's over, and you're wondering, when did they even talk about film grants? Because we don't have grants in filmmaking. It's like I have to now struggle as a man to make ends meet for myself before I can produce my film. So it's really been a struggle, but the future is bright, definitely. Thank
All
God
right.
for online.
Oh, that's amazing, Roman. All right, just speak to you made mention of the fact that there are people like in front of you, people that you look up to. They have already made significant progress in the journey, but you also need to acknowledge that there are people behind you,
Right.
people who are still trying to gather their thoughts together, people who are still trying to convince themselves that they are able to do these things. If you have to leave one word for them today, what would it be?
it will be just do it. No matter how crazy it is, just do it. No matter how, even if it's with a phone, just do it. I mean, people still produce with phones now, and you wouldn't even know it's a phone. Just do it. There's no perfect time for it. Just do it.
Okay.
That's what I'll tell them.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Roman, for joining us on the show today. We definitely enjoyed every bit of the interview, and we hope that you do pretty well as well.
Truly.
Just might be going to watch at midnight.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. Really
All
a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bro.
All right. Bye.
All right, we had Roman, and definitely go watch at midnight and see what that is all about. But you see, something he said that I quite resonate with is just do it.
Truly.
It might take a lot of time for you to get used to it. Just do it. You might not have all of the resources and what have you. Just do it. You know, when you can improve on what you have begun. But if you have started nothing at all, it's just basically building castles in the air. Yeah. And who knows, you might never ever get on with that project. So the easiest way to start something is by doing it, by starting it, without putting too much thought or factoring in too much of the negativities, you know, in the equation. Should you do it well? Yes. Should you be excellent at it? Amazingly and exceptionally so.
Of course.
But should I stop because I don't think I have what it takes? No.
You know,
just get ahead and do it.
And that reminds me of this talk by Mark Zuckerberg sometime. He said something earlier on. He said, ideas don't come to you fully formed. They only become clearer once you begin to work on them. And many times people, you know, want to get the full picture before they take the first step. And it's important that many times all you need to do is take the first step, and then you begin to see the next steps as much as possible. So yes, go ahead and do what you need to do what you must do to ensure that you grow. My brother will say to me most times, I mean, how would they even know if you don't get to try? So try, you know, so make sure that you're trying today, and as much as possible, excel, you know, evolve and win. That's all we have for you as well. All right,
this is it. Of course, you know, the next part, we get into the goofy part of the Fridays, where we get to spotlight and highlight some of the music making waves online. I love music, Victor does love music, and every single person that I know loves music because it just makes life pretty easy. Imagine life without music.
It's gonna be so boring. So boring.
Boring. How would you get by like that?
You know.
So yeah, let's head out on this break, and then of course, you know, as always, we bring the Bedu to you on Fridays. Please keep it locked in here with us. We'll be right back. Be done the Friday edition, and of course there comes a time when you have to walk away and this absolutely is a time where we get to tell you or bid you farewell for the week, because we are wrapping this up right here and right now.
Of course, interestingly, and I saw something pop up very recently talking about the King of Pop, one of his songs, a Thriller, you know, and I hear it's the Halloween season. And interestingly, that song is everywhere on the internet again. Even after the 1980s, that was when he released that song. And right now it's popping up, and everyone is enjoying that song. And I think it's a good time for you as well to go back and listen to the King of Pop and enjoy that music. And yeah, that is how we sign off for the weekend.
And that's why art is priceless, because it outlives you.
Truly.
You see, but music, but creative arts and whatever your creative work will always outlive you, and that's
right.
why you cannot put a price tag to it.
Truly.
But yes, I hope you have an amazing weekend this weekend, because I'm planning to do a lot of things, and Victor always say it'll be time to catch up with friends and family and whatever. But whatever the case is, do well to take a deep breath and re-strategize to have an even better week. Before we wrap up, let's remind you that we are active across social media platforms. I'm talking Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and yes, on YouTube it is at Official Rapid TV. On the website is at www.rbnradiotv.com. My name is Martha Alu.
And my name is Victor. Okay, see you next week.